Okay, so Bull of the Mountain. So this is just based on my human experience. So I'll give you guys the entrance chapter. You can find books on depression, anxiety, heartbreak, or just about anything to help guide or educate the human mind. Almost everyone struggles with some kind of mental ailment from time to time. There's a massive industry built around these issues, filled with books, doctors, and medication that will help solve or at least help you cope with your issues. There's another mental disorder that doesn't get as much attention, but is just as heavily medicated as the issues listed above. This is ADD and ADHD, the inability to concentrate, often paired with impulsive behavior or hyperactivity disorder, hyperactive behavior, sorry. I was one of these kids. I was born into the pharmaceutical era of heavily medicating kids with too much energy or lack of focus in the classroom. From the young age of 8 years old, I was put on medication daily to help me be like the other kids in the classroom. It started with medication like Ritalin and eventually made its way up to me taking bipolar medication and tranquilizers to keep me subdued. This went on for over a decade and was eventually court ordered to be taken while I was at rehab just after high school. There was no playbook of guidance during this time, just a constant flow of doctor's appointments and medication that followed. I can honestly say that I'm not hurt. I'm just confused. It was a very odd way to grow up. Now that I'm older, I can clearly see that what was going on was wrong and no one stepped in to stop the continuance of this existence. We just kept on going to more appointments and taking more pills. I know that there are many people out there who've experienced similar lives. Even if you aren't one of these people, you might know someone like this, and hopefully reading this book might help you have some clarity on this life. I chose to write this book because I was told my entire life that that these pills were necessary. I was told that these doctors knew best. I was told that I would be this way for the rest of my life, and that I would have to find a way to balance out my life with the help of them both. I can happily say after going to rehab at the age of 19, I have never taken medication ever since. Not only have I never taken medication, but I've also won 10 world titles in my sport and own 3 international businesses and live at a functioning capacity far above the non-medicated kids that I grew up with. I was able to break away from the world that they told me I would always be dependent on. The energy that they said was a distraction and an issue is now a superpower that I'm able to use to my benefit now that I was able to create a formula of my own success. If you were like this or know someone like this, the same can be done for you. Reading the books of champions of our worlds have always given me great insight on how I could build a life like theirs. I'm hoping that this book can shine light for those who were lost once like me. I'm not saying that I'm a doctor, but I am here to share my story and show that it's possible. These chapters paint a picture of many ups and downs, a rocky path to say the least. However, I never stopped trying. I never let these disorders determine how my life would turn out. I continued to see the hope and strength of my personality and the characteristics that came with it. I only wish that I had access to someone with more guidance to where this was all going. It was very isolating, not knowing what my outcome would be. I was not like the other kids, and I was told that often. The truth is that things got way worse before they got better, but I'm here to tell the truth that you all need to hear. Being lost is okay. We're all lost from time to time. What isn't okay is giving up. Just over the mountain of pain and suffering is a valley of hope and opportunity. You just have to have the courage to climb. No matter how messy the road may be, find your inner champion and start climbing. Done.
Nice.